Hello, everyone. This is Maria with mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome so much for being here. I know that probably nobody is going to join because this is another unplanned video. Go figure. But I just wanted to kind of chat with you guys about what's happening and why I have been inconsistent the last couple of weeks. So I know that my usual day is Tuesday, and I love Tuesdays. I may be reevaluating Tuesdays, but that's for a conversation for another day. The truth is, um, I have been working very hard behind the scenes on several projects that I think in the end are going to be very beneficial. Hey Tracy, how are you? Thank you so for being here. Um, and so I just wanted to share with you what's happening. um, I don't know if you guys remember last year, I kind of went through the same process of things are changing, things are getting more expensive. I have to figure out, emails for newsletters and the website. And there was this whole shenanigan. It's that time of the year when a lot of the yearly subscriptions that I handle. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Um, Again, I was saying is that time of the year where the subscriptions that I am on kind of get to be renewed. And I received the email, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, and it was a hefty amount of money. So for those of you that follow me, and hi Rosie, and I go to my website, I host my website at WordPress, and quite frankly, it's a really, really good you know a little platform is the word I was looking for to work on your websites. And so I totally recommend it. If you are a demonstrator that this is your job and that you're like really hustling to get the money, then it makes more sense to have a paid website, right? Like it does totally. And I know that some of the bigger names in the stamping up world, they actually have somebody that handles the website, and they just like sweeping, these are the changes I need. And it's like the website is not really something that they're too concerned about. In my case, it's me. And so I think that the renewal for 2 years was almost $500. And so, quite frankly, I was just thinking, and I'm like, I really don't have those $500 right now. And of course, I can use the credit card, but I was like, I just don't know if it's worth it. So, hey, Elizabeth. And again, for those that are just joining, this is kind of a conversation regarding what changes I'm making and why I have been not consistent the last couple of weeks. And so it was $500 for just WordPress. It doesn't include anything else. And I started doing some research as to what can I do, what can I change, um, how can I? Oh, Elizabeth is asking what time did I started the live. So Elizabeth, I started at 7:15. And to all those super cool friends that are just joining, guys, this is a conversation of why I have been inconsistent the last couple of weeks and what's coming, what changes are coming within my business. So I'm so sorry. I mean, that's why I put a conversation of what's next, and I hope that I don't bring people over um, hoping for a card. So, anyways, yes, Carrie is saying that it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I don't know. Those of you that are demonstrators may have different settings, right? But in when I started, I figured I'm just gonna go with something that I can work, that it's easy for me, and honestly, WordPress I think the ones you get a handle of it, it's really easy to work with it. So bottom line, I was like I was saying, but on top of that is you have to like get your domain and pay for that domain. The domain is not much, like $20. And then your email, so the, Maria at mariascraftingcorner.com is another fee. And I mean, I can just make a really long list of fees that are needed in order to have like these virtual setting. Now, I am aware that this is a choice I made because partially I don't know a whole lot of people in the community, and so I thought opening up to the YouTubes was probably the best option for me. So I started researching and trying to figure out what I can do to like really shrink um my expenses in order for it to like really work for me, and I don't feel like really anxious about all these fees that are coming. So hold and behold, again, that's why it's being inconsistent, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to sit down and look at options and what options can really work with me. Just remember that I am not a technological person, so there's a really steep learning curve when it comes to making the website and decorating and all that good stuff. It's not like making a card. Making the card happens pretty quickly. The actual other areas does not happen as quickly. So um yes, so there are options like Blogger that are free. I don't know why Blogger and I were never good friends. And I decided to go with Google Sites, is also free. So that, let's start with the basics. That is free. And I already have like a regular Google account with the one I manage YouTube, right? And I already have like, there's other things that I'm already like engaged with YouTube. For example, the Drive, I use Google Drive to store all the tutorials. And so it kind of makes sense to use Google Drive. Google Sites. It is not as elegant as it would be, and it's not a blog. So I think I'm going to start with those, that which are the real changes. So Google Sites is not a blog. I figure out a way to create an area where I am going to get my, kind of like I'm going to call it mini blog. It's not really mini blog. Sorry guys, I got warm all of a sudden. It's not really a mini blog. It's going to be a snippet with the picture, but it will include a few lines, and it will include both the link to YouTube and the link to um, the tutorial. So that's going to stay. It's just going to be minimal. I spend a lot of time, and these are all numbers, right? In the end, um, WordPress has it's called Jetpack, and it just gives you the numbers of the people that's visiting and what are they doing. And the truth is, I don't have a whole lot of visitors. I have little spikes of visitors when people want a tutorial, but it's not like, yeah, all of a sudden I have 5,000 people visiting the website, right? So again, it's very expensive for very little return. And that's why I changed it to Google Sites. And again, it kind of makes sense just because I have so many other things already with Google. So that's one of the changes that are coming, is that instead of having like a full-blown blog, we are just going to have more of a like snippet of the things that are happening, and the links, so you can still get the YouTube tutorial and the written tutorial, which I know a lot of the people that go into my website, actually what they're looking is for the tutorial from the video. So what I am going to do, hi Joan, how are you? What I'm going to do though is I'm going to in the tutorial, I'm going to like put a little bit of a snippet, more like a blog. So within the tutorial, I'm just going to change the tutorial a little bit and add, just a little yabberish of what's the card about, where I got it. It's kind of like kind of like the regular blog, but in within the tutorial, and that will just make it a little easier. Um, if people wanted to read a little bit, again, I think that that most of those that come and see me here in YouTube and that go to my blog, what they are looking for are the tutorial and the way to make the card. So that that part is coming. There should not be any interruption between the blog. I let me see, between the links and to the tutorials and all that good stuff. I think everything is going to be pretty smooth, which is why it's taking so long, right? The other thing that is going to be, it's going to be a bummer, but I if not, it would be like an endless chore, and I just don't have the time to do that because I really want to focus now, or hopefully when once I am done with all these, I want to focus on the Christmas workshop. So I have a few projects going on, and my thought process is, um, or was, I have about 190 or 200 posts in WordPress. That is quite a bit of them. And there is no way to make, since it's not post post per post, I guess 101, right? They're not the same thing. I could not create a way, like a very automatic way to change the post from WordPress into Google Sites. And so what's happening is I am adding them manually, right? So again, that's a lot of work, guys. And it's time consuming, and it's just mechanical. It's just time consuming. But that meant that I made a executive decision as to those to do that. I am just going to include posts from, I want to say, May 2024 and over, so till now, which is a total of like 45 posts. And so I'm just going to include those in the new site. Whatever is before that, I am not going to include. It's just I don't have the bandwidth to do that. Just remember, guys, that this is me. Everything I'm doing, it's me. I don't know anything about about websites. It's me. So it's a very slow one person process, and that happens to a lot of the Stampin' Up demonstrators. But when you kind of do these massive changes, then it's a lot of work. That also means that I'm going to cancel the email Maria at mariascraftingcorner.com with the current provider, and I'm going to change it to Google because Google is able to help me with that. And of course, I had to change the domain because I'm not going to be anymore at WordPress. So it's again, I just want to like really emphasize to you guys, and hi Bev, and hi Adrian, and hi Kathy. It's a lot of technical um, work that I am a psychologist, guys. I don't know that I am doing, but it's a really steep learning curve. So that's why I'm not going to include those tutorials. My call for everybody, and I know that not like this anybody's, or not a whole lot of people is going to watch this video because it's not a card, but I would say to all of you that are watching, if you find a card that was in the past, so let's say you found it on Pinterest and you can no longer hook to the actual tutorial, just send me an email and I will get back to you with that, with that directly. I can send just that. That those all those tutorials will still live in Google Drive, so I don't think there'll be an issue about that. Let's see what else is changing. Of course, the layout is changing. I did change. I did make a font change. I wish I could show you. Let me see. Just for funsies, guys. Oh goodness. Okay, so maybe not for funsies. Maybe we'll not get there. Oh, here it is. So I did create. Let me show you this. Let's see if it's possible. I don't know if it's going to be easy to get there, but let's try. Oh, yeah. So I did create a new, you can sort of see it there, a new, a whole concept and that little whatever person in there. And it's kind of similar. I was not able to smoothly get these in here, but it looks okay, I think. So I'm pretty happy with that. For being me designing something. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Um, so Carrie is asking, when are those changes coming? Oh, thank you, Carrie. Isn't it funny? Like, I thought it was cute. So yeah, it's just fun. So I am working very, very consistently on that. Like when I get out of work and through lunch, and that I am hoping that it will be ready within the next week, the most. The website. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Denise. The WordPress last day, I want to say, is like September 20th or September 10th. It's in September. It's mid-September, and that is where everything was housed. So I plan to have everything done between now and next week. I'm thankfully we have Labor's Day, and so I'm going to be able to like really handle that. One of the reasons that is slowing me down at this point in time is that I had to transfer my domain from WordPress to another host, and so I don't lose the mariascraftingcorner.com, but I had to transfer it, and that takes like 5 days, 7 days. So I have to wait. There's a few things that are waiting on that piece to come or to be completely transferred to the new hoster or hosting or however it's called. So I can connect certain things within the website. So but other than that, pretty much the website it's fairly done. Let me see if I can show you more or less how it's looking. So let's see, guys. Let's see if we make it. So new. Let's see. I don't know how to. Okay, let me see, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, oh yeah, you're seeing the website. So it's just me that I am like really in here. So you're not seeing all of the website. So there you go. That's how it will look more or less. I mean, you're not seeing the whole on it, but so it's pretty similar to the previous one. The changes is the tutorials are going to be first in here, and then like I said, they will be linked to the tutorial corner. So if you see at the top it says tutorial corner, that's where all the tutorials are going to be housed, the ones that I have so far. And then I always have like a feature kits and obviously paper pumpkin kit, so I'm going super fast. And then just it's very similar to, I guess what I'm saying is all the information is the same information that was in the other website. Um it's just all differently placed, but all the information is there. And so like you see at the top in here, I like that the top moves alongside with your scrolling. I like that very much. There is the crafting chop, which, you know, is kind of just go chop with me at Stampin' Up, but it does include um, some links to, you know, kind of like favorite products, favorite tools. I mean, this is still a work in progress, and I have all the Amazon in here for those that sometimes ask me about it. Finally, not finally, I do have the here's the area for the workshops, and you know, I just was able to get it all set up with PayPal, and I think that's going to work just fine. Um, and so here, you know, here are the everything. So I have the coloring corner, which I eventually will get back to, and I have, you know, the workshops. And so once you click here, it takes you directly to where the workshops are. I know those are older workshops, but that's just how it goes. And if you click on them, it'll take you to PayPal, and then you'll be able to, you know, get it there. So I just think that in all, it kind of is working pretty smoothly. Um, then this would be the tutorial corner. This is the one that is a work in progress, but as you can see, I have my latest one in here. I left a couple blank because I just didn't want it to keep adding and kind of mess it up. And then there's a few of my previous ones, and as you can see, that's what I was telling you guys. It's got like a quick snippet. It's got the picture, so it kind of guides the same name it had in the blog, and then it has, you know, just like how learn about free gifts, whatever, the tutorial, and I mean, yeah, the YouTube tutorial and the regular tutorial. Now there are a couple of things like, you know, the BIP crafting corner for those that are my clients. That information is there. Become a demonstrator for those that are interested in becoming a demonstrator and joining my team. I'm taking that a little bit more serious from now on. And then what I call the beginners corner, which is a program I had done in the past to help, you know, people that are just beginning. It does have a, you know, PDF tutorial, and just a very, very simple cards with templates. So that's how it's looking so far. As you can tell, that it's almost done, really. Um, I think it's really, really easy to navigate. I really like it. I think it's coming up along very nicely and smoothly. I think all transitions are looking good. The only thing is that, you know, definitely is not going to be a blog. It's going to be more like a grab your stuff and go. Maybe the fast food of tutorials or something like that. It's funny. Um, Now Denise is asking, how do I do with the screen? Oh, so if you mean how did I manage to like put the screen of my computer in here? That is through the software I'm using, which also I will totally recommend um, to anybody that is going to do videos. That's the one I would recommend. I'm guessing there are cheaper ones. Maybe Ecamm. It's called Ecamm, and it's not really expensive. It's like $19 a month, and it's like comparatively to what I've seen, it's one of the best because it really has a lot of flexibility. Um, Thank you, Carrie. I am glad that you think it's looking good. So one thing, Denise, if you want more information about it, send me an email and I will send you the information about it just in case you're interested in that. And then oh, so Nicole, it's true. Like I think that we don't realize how much it is, right? How many hours are spent behind um, in the background, right? Creating content or making things working. And And yeah, I totally agree with you. Thank you for that, Nicole, and thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's oh, thank you, Ida. I appreciate that. It is a lot of change. Let me change back to me. There we are. It's a lot of change. It's a lot of work. I am hoping that from now on it's going to be a little bit more, let me see what the word is, more automatic. Certain things may be more automatic. I will not have to like write the blog post, which makes it for me. I know you guys know I'm writing is not my strength. And so that definitely takes a few hours for me. Um, so I am pretty pleased of where we are standing, especially because there is not going to be let me change here. I'm so sorry, guys. That's much better. That's not going to be a lot of expenses added to me, and so I'll be able to like really be at peace with some of that. I don't want to stop being a demonstrator, right? And so I really love these. I really love working here, and I really love meeting with you guys. And so I just think that not having that concern about the expenses, the already added expenses, which again can be really hefty at some point, makes it so much easier for me and kind of like really balance the income, right? I have really loyal clients. Thank you, Carrie. Really loyal clients, and they have like really helped me, you know, through all this time. Um, and I also, I also have the ability to, I guess, let me say this differently. I have YouTube is monetized, and so my lives will never be monetized, but once they are done, it will be monetized. And it's not like I get so rich about it, but it helps. And that reminds me that if you that's why, if you want to comment, share, like, subscribe, like all those things help with the monetization, or I don't know how to say that, but it does help a lot with that. It helps, like, if that's why, all YouTube content makers will always say, hey, comment down below, and they say different things on how to comment, and they will make little challenges so people comment and like and all that good stuff. So all that does make I mean, again, it's not, we're not talking about this huge amount of money, but it does help quite a bit, because then I can balance the income and expenses. I mean, let's be honest, right? Like, you all know that I am my best customer. I love Stampin' Up. I love what they do. I love what they create. Sometimes I buy more, sometimes I buy less, but in the end, I really like the quality of their product. So until they, or while they maintain this quality, I will keep buying Stampin' Up, and I like it. So for those that are not here, Carrie is just like making a letter, a comment, and yeah, exactly. So she just says, so one comment, would another comment, commenting another comment. That is really funny, Carrie. You just made my day. um I think in the chats, it's important for people to participate because they do have that. There is a way, I think, that they monetize that, but it's more in the comments, in the, after the description. That's where they monetize more. The more comments and the more views that the channel has, the more it will, one, monetize, and also alter the algorithm, right? And so if a lot of people is saying, oh wow, this card is good, and a lot of people is watching it, then YouTube starts suggesting it to other people with the same interests. I have had a few cards. Yeah. I have gotten a few cards that reached a few more views than usual. and they end up being kind of suggested to people, which is really cool. I know there's a lot of demonstrators, there's a lot of card making people, there's a lot of paper crafting people, and by the way, I am always in awe at the beauty of and the capability and the creativity of all these people. It's amazing. um so I'm always like really surprised at it, and I love it. And one of the things I love to do when sometimes I'm crafting on my own is watching YouTube videos of others doing something beautiful. So I think that uh, I think that it's difficult to get out there. Also, I am not. I have two issues, and I have many people that have said that, and to me in private, right? Like send me emails and or even comment and say, um, "Hey, you talk a lot, and you sometimes don't give the best instructions," and I know that. To all you lovely people, I know. I know I talk a lot. I know I get distracted. I'm Spanish speaking. Sometimes I'm like, what am I saying? I don't make sense. Um, but the truth is, that's me. I talk a lot. I really, really enjoy the interactive part of the live videos. I like seeing what you are saying. I like being part of that conversation. And I know it slows down the creating process. And there's people that love just the instructions, right? So this is how it happens, and ta 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 ta. I am not that person. That's why I most of the time write a tutorial that you can go and just read the tutorial and just do it without having to watch the video. So I understand that, but again, I really like the interaction. It's a funny thing. I'm not exactly the most ex, extrovert person. If in the real world, I'm a little bit of an introvert, but I like chatting. Once I get started, I get started. And so, and I, quite frankly, I have made some wonderful um, friendships from this YouTube channel, right? I'm like, you may be somewhere else in the world. There is a lady that comes from Germany. Her name is Carmen. I just love her. I actually sent her a card a while back just because again, you just develop some really cool friendships in this way, and I totally love it. So I also know that I am not a really good instructor. Oh, yes, thank you, Denise. I stumble. Sometimes I don't remember the names of things. I forget. I don't know, guys. I have to tell you, my brain. But I just enjoy it, right? And so thank you. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Yeah, I sometimes thinking, oh my God, what's this the name of this? And I get stuck, right? And so um the truth is that's why I like lives. And I just enjoy them. So thank you, Carrie. But then again, like I am just happy doing this in a small way. Would I like to sell more and have more people? Maybe. The truth is, I have a really good job as a job, my daytime job, and I don't think I'll have the ability to make that amount of money um, these through YouTube necessarily. So in my brain, for those that just joined in me, like in this journey, in my brain this was a retirement, kind of like I'm going to start building the business, so when I retire, like in 15 years, I will have something super cool to be doing, right? Like something that will keep my days. um, and that's kind of like where I'm going. I would like to speed it up, which is why there are things that I am definitely going to increase. Time wise, I'm figuring out the time. But I am definitely thinking of of returning with the coloring classes. I love coloring anyways, and I do a lot of it. Um, uh, the the coloring corner classes were really cool because they were live. It was like a 3 hour event, and it was like a standpoint. The price standpoint was really cheap. It was like $6, so that was super super cheap. It was twice a month, 6 hours. I mean, it's $1 an hour, right? Like I make like $40 an hour, so I'm not sure what to tell you guys. So it was a really really cheap option. It's just not viable because of other issues, and those that were part of the coloring corner know what those issues were. And so I think that I will have to change the way I do it, in the sense of getting, saying, kind of like setting probably a set of stamps that I'm going to color for the next 4 months. And then that way that person can either buy them, and or figure out how to get them. So anyways, though, again, those that were in the coloring corner knows what I'm talking about. um the other option is just making the coloring, so coloring it specifically, and make the video of just that and just sell that. I know that if you know here, and if Elizabeth's still here, I'm really bad at pricing things. So I just like doing it. So we'll see, but I am working on how to keep coloring and getting something from there. The other thing that I'm going to be promoting here soon is kind of how to set up your Google Sites website, and that's going to include all the learning. So through these couple of weeks that week and a half that I've been working, more like a week, that I've been working very deeply into these, I've been taking notes and creating a Word document, and I'm just having it. I'm just going to create a workshop. I don't even know how to call it, where we can talk, where we can help others set up their websites the cheapest way possible. I looked into the options. I have tables with the information, so you can make at least an informed decision. I don't know if that's going to fly or not, but I already did the job, right? So I already did everything. All I'm doing right now is compiling all the instructions and put them in a it's going to be more like a workbook, so you can follow each step along the lines. It will include what transferring looks like and those extra steps. And I again, at least this will be between WordPress and Google Sites, and just setting Google Sites, just because that's what I'm using. I will also make the pros and cons of why it's worth it, especially because most of us that are featuring videos use YouTube, and YouTube use Gmail, or YouTube belongs to Google. So, anyways, I just wanted to share with you all those news. I am very, very excited about what's coming. I am hoping that the website ends up being really, really functional and really useful. So, oh, so I'm going to change. I don't love it. Okay, wait. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. So I'm going to change again, guys. So that there below, it's Maria at Maria's Crafting Corner, Denise. It's right there. It's just that I don't like, because the the camera is up here, because it's up here because here's my camera for down below, and so I'm like, it's right there, like it's like cutting me. So let me move that there. There you go. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being such great supporters, and I truly really enjoy just talking with you. So, oh, thank you, Denise. Thank you, Sonia. Yeah, Sonia, I know. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you. So there's a lot of people. Sonia is saying that sometimes they cannot get the lives I like the Tuesday evenings. To me, it makes a little bit of sense. It may be that at some point, maybe reevaluate if Tuesdays is a good time frame. I just think that a lot of people do things through the weekend, and so although I will have more time through the weekend, I just think again today people just are busy through the weekend. So I don't know. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Oh, yeah, it's just general information of changes that are coming within the Maria's Crafting Corner. um, so, anyways, again, to all of you that have been here, that have always been so supportive, I have no words to thank you for, yeah, for all that love, for all that staying here with me and hanging out, and most importantly, all your kind words and what I think is our friendship. I think we have a really beautiful smaller community in here, especially the people that comes to the lives. It's more or less the same people, and I just feel like it it feels to me like a small neighborhood, you know. Like we live in a little neighborhood and we all know each other, and I just like appreciate you all so very much. I don't think I have anything else. If I think of something else, because of course I will make a YouTube post. And the other thing is I'm going to start using more the community option here within YouTube. I forget that that exists, but anyway, that was all I wanted to share with you. Like I said, thank you so much for all your help every time and for all your support. And just before I go, does somebody have any questions? They want to tell something? I'm going to give like a minute and a half just because I know there's a difference between the time I'm talking and the time you're listening. um, so I'm going to wait tiny bit and see if there's any questions, and I kind of like get out of the video, you just send me an email. Right there is the email. It's super easy to use, and yeah, I everything is working so far. Everything is working. So I just if you need anything, just let me know. And I think that there probably are no questions, so I'm gonna get going, guys. Sending tons and tons of love your way. Oh, Carrie, oh my goodness, Carrie, you are such a, yeah, like again, one of those friends that I've made through the YouTubes. It's just crazy. And it makes me so happy. So thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that so much. Um, so yeah, thank you all. And I will see you. So I do have a card that we are going to be doing. I maybe end up doing it just like last week, on Sunday or this week, because I have a pretty crazy week, like work week, and on top of that I'm still working on smoothing that process, the website. So it may be oh, thank you, Denise, thank you. It may be that we'll do it through that I'll do the live through the weekend. That may be a little bit easier for me this week, but I think until there's any news, I'm going to stick to Tuesdays because I think people are already used to it. It's just this couple of weeks while I finalize all the website stuff. So anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'm sending you all so much love, many hugs, and may God really bless you all and keep you healthy and happy. And bye bye. Bye.